I'd like to call this regular monthly meeting of the Justice Committee to order, the meeting for December 2020. We have, from looking at the tiles, all the members of the committee are present, so we have a quorum. I'll ask either Ms. Morlock or Ms. Rodriguez, do we have any appearances by members of the public? There's Ms. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Chairman Gordon. I was turning on the recorder for Ms. Morlock, and Ms. Morlock, would you apprise me as to whether or not we have public comment?
No, ma'am, I didn't see anything in the admin box this morning.
Thank you, Chairman Gordon. We do not.
Thank you both very much. All right, we are ready now to move to departmental matters, beginning with Don Everhart, the McLean County Circuit Clerk. Mr. Everhart, I know you are here because I see your tile. A year ago, none of us would have used that phrasing.
There we go. All right. Good afternoon.
You have no items for action this afternoon. The statistical reports are found on pages 4 through 13 in our packet. Anything in your report, sir, that you'd care to bring to our particular attention?
No, sir, there is not.
Okay.
Nothing unusual.
All right. Are there questions from members of the committee for Mr. Everhart? Hearing none, we thank you for being here, and we'll glad to have you. Have a good rest of your afternoon and evening. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda, we will be hearing from Carla Barnes, Public Defender, who brings 5 items for action this afternoon. Good afternoon, Ms. Barnes.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All right. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well.
Good. We have items B, 1A through E, and I want to ask both Ms. Barnes and Ms. Rodriguez, since all of these are contracts, contract extensions and extensions of the same terms and other arrangements as applied in 2020. Would it be both appropriate and permissible to combine items 1A through E into one motion?
Yes, please.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, any reason not to do that?
If Ms. Barnes feels it's appropriate, I support her recommendation.
Okay. Any questions or objections to that procedure from members of the committee? Hearing none. In that case, I will entertain a motion to approve items B, 1A through E, requesting approval of contracts between the Public Defender's Office and John J. Busson, Kelly R. Harms, Jennifer Patton, Michael Dubett, and Stephanie Wisdom. Moved by Vice Chairman Wentz, seconded by Member Schaefer. Questions, comments, or discussion from any quarter on these contract extensions?
This is Carla. Can I speak, please?
By all means.
As Chief Public Defender, I hear horror stories from other chiefs in the state of Illinois about their caseloads, about the lack of collaboration with their county board members and their budget and their lack of contracts. And I always praise us and you all, because not only do you work well with the needs of the Public Defender's Office, and you're always concerned and you listen to our needs, you make sure that we have these contracts, which enables my in-house attorneys to handle the murder caseloads and other cases that we have to concentrate on, as well as conflict cases. So I say it all the time. I appreciate you all, and you all make sure that we are in a position to take care of the indigent citizens in McLean County. Thank you all very much.
I'm glad to hear that from you, Ms. Barnes, and pleased that that's the case. Are there any questions or comments in addition from members of the committee or from Ms. Barnes? Hearing none, I believe we're ready to vote and the chair will vote. Ready for the roll call, Ms. Morlock.
Member Went.
Yes.
Member Schaefer.
Yes.
Member Klein.
Yes.
Member Martin.
Yes.
Member Soldner.
Yes.
Member Bloomfield is not here as far as I can see, correct?
Not here as of yet. I meant to say at the top of the meeting that she had communicated with me that she has a meeting that may run past 4:30, and she will join in our meeting as soon as she is able.
Okay. Chairman Gordon,
Yes.
thank you.
Ms. Barnes, your caseload report is found in our packet on pages 40 through 42. Any items that you would care to emphasize?
No, there aren't any.
All right, thank you very kindly. Appreciate your comments, and we're glad to move these along.
All right, thank you.
We turn next to Molly Evans, Director of a Children's Advocacy Center. Ms. Evans, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
No items for action from the CAC. Your statistics and general report are found in our packet on pages 43 through 47. Any items that you would care to bring to our further attention?
I really don't. Thanks.
All right. Any questions for Ms. Evans from members of the committee? Member Schaefer.
Not a question, just a, it was nice to see some publicity and some media coverage of CAC, and I really appreciated that. Thank you.
Ms. Evans, anything to add?
I just thank you for that. Yes, I was really happy with the articles that were in the newspaper, mostly just in getting the word out on what exactly the Children's Advocacy Center does and the services that we provide. So I was very happy with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bloomfield, welcome.
Thank you.
Turning now to item D from items from Sheriff Sandage. And as members of the committee heard just prior to beginning the formal meeting, there has been a request to, in effect, pull these two items, items D1A and B, from today's agenda for some further checking, just making sure that we have all the details in place. May I invite Ms. Vasquez to say on the record what she indicated earlier as far as wanting to put this to a stand-up meeting prior to the December County Board meeting.
Thank you. And I apologize for such a last minute change. There are a couple items that I noticed that in this contract that are missing, that aren't major and not controversial issues, just that are required by our code. Our county code has some required provisions for every contract. And I want to make sure that that goes in there and that the other party to that contract is agreeable to that prior to bringing it to the committee. So I don't anticipate it being a problem or having any controversy over these things, but before it being finalized, I want to take another look at it, if you don't mind.
Sheriff Sandage, you had indicated in our informal conversation just before the meeting that this was okay by you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. In that case, it will go with the approval of the committee. Unless there's objection, we will direct items D1A to a stand-up meeting of the Justice Committee prior to the December board meeting a couple of weeks from now. Thank you, Sheriff Sandage. Ms. Vasquez, thanks to you. Sheriff, your monthly statistical report. I just realized I was looking at page numbers for something different. Do you have any items that you would wish to bring to our attention now?
Just the fact that we are back into a situation where Department of Corrections is not accepting our inmates. And we are sitting currently, as of this morning, we have 22 inmates that have been sentenced to the Department of Corrections that they will not accept at this point. So the sooner we can get them in, the better, but at this point, we're at a standstill.
And would I be correct in guessing there's no time estimate on how soon that's going to happen?
That is correct.
Okay. Thanks for the information. We hope that those wheels turn maybe sooner than you hope.
Yes.
or expect, not sooner than you hope. Thank you. Any questions for Sheriff Sandage for members of the committee? Hearing none, Sheriff, thank you very kindly. Appreciate your being here.
George, thanks for everything you've done. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Likewise, sir. Good luck with everything moving forward.
Same
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is information only, no action items from Coroner Kathy Yoder. Ms. Rodriguez indicated just prior to the meeting that Ms. Yoder is not going to be able to be here. The monthly report is on pages 63 through 65 in our packets. Any questions directed through Ms. Rodriguez to Coroner Yoder from members of the committee? All right, hearing none. If anything comes up, you certainly know how to reach both Ms. Yoder and Ms. Rodriguez after this meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we turn to State's Attorney Don Knapp. No items for action. Mr. Knapp indicated to me earlier, and I think he communicated with others as well, that due to a combination of circumstances, nothing egregious, that he may well not be able to be here, but he was hoping to call in, and I'm wondering if he has.
Chairman, I believe State's Attorney Bradley Rigdon is in the queue to answer any questions on behalf of the State's Attorney's Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Appreciate that. The caseload and forfeiture fund reports are on pages 66 through 67. Are there questions directed to Mr. Rigdon from members of the committee? Mr. Rigdon, anything in particular that should stand out from the printed information in your report? I'm going to take that as a no.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Again, if there are questions, please, members of the committee, direct them to State's Attorney Knapp at your convenience. We turn now to Mike Donovan. Section G, Director of Court Services, brings 2 items for action. Mr. Donovan, first of all, welcome to the.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Item G1A, request approval of an agreement with the Center for Youth and Family Services for evidence-based treatment and coordination of services to juvenile offenders. Pages 68 through 72. Is there a motion? Moved by Member Solner, seconded by Member Bloomfield. Mr. Donovan, care to elaborate briefly on the nuts and bolts of this proposal?
Yeah, this is another continuation contract with us in the Center for Youth and Family Solutions for our risk, needs, and responsivity initiative that we do with our juvenile court services clients.
Very good. Are there any questions about this requested approval from members of the committee? Hearing none, I believe we're ready to vote, and the chair will vote. Ms. Morlock, please.
Member Went,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Klein,
Yes.
Member Martin,
Yes.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. Item G1B, request approval of an agreement with Kevin Crutcher to provide evidence-based assessment and counseling services to juveniles. Pages 73 through 77 in our packet. Is there a motion? Moved by Member Martin, seconded by Member Klein. Mr. Donovan, anything in particular that you'd like to have us be aware of?
No, just these contracts go hand in hand each year with, this is another risk, needs, and responsivity contract for clinical services for these clients. He partners with the Center for Youth and Family Solutions to address needs with clients.
Thank you. Any questions about item G1B for Mr. Donovan? Seeing and hearing none, I believe we're ready to vote, and the chair will again vote.
Member Went,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Klein,
Yes.
Member Martin,
Yes.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. Information from court services on pages 78 through 84. Mr. Donovan, anything there you'd like to point out particularly?
No, nothing really going on there differently, but happy to be answering questions.
All right. Are there any questions for Mr. Donovan? Okay, Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you too. I want to say the same that the sheriff said, George. Thanks a lot. We go way back, and I appreciate you and wish you well.
Same to you, Mike. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Next, I will ask the committee to turn to item H from Will Scanlon, Administrator of the Circuit Court. We have 3 items for action. First is item H1A, request approval of an amendment to the Children's Waiting Room Agreement between the 11th Judicial Circuit Court, McLean County, and the Children's Home and Aid, pages 85 through 90. Is there a motion? Moved by Member Klein, seconded by Member Soldner. Mr. Scanlon, welcome.
Thank you for having me this afternoon. For a little background for the committee's edification, the Children's Waiting Room and the Supervised Visitation Center are 2 programs operated by the Children's Home and Aid Program. One of them, the Children's Waiting Room, is operated here at the Law and Justice Center in room 305 on the 3rd floor. The Neutral Site Custody Exchange and Supervised Visitation Center is operated out of their State Street location in Bloomington. These are both long-standing contracts. The Children's Waiting Room is for persons who are attending court, who have minor children over the age of 6 months, under the age of 12, who otherwise would be in a court proceeding involving their parents. Essentially, it's a very short-term daycare situation with trained personnel from the Children's Home and Aid office. And it operates 5 days a week and is open during the court day except during lunch.
Thank you for that. Anything you care to add, Mr. Scanlon?
Not on that program, no, sir.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Scanlon on item H1A? Hearing none, I believe we were ready to proceed to the vote, and the chair will vote.
Member Went,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Klein,
Yes.
Member Martin,
Yes.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. Item H1B, request approval of an amendment to the Neutral Site Custody Exchange and Supervised Visitation Center Agreement between the 11th Judicial Circuit Court and the Children's Home and Aid, page 91 in our packet, and I'll entertain a motion. Moved by Member Klein, seconded by Member Martin. Mr. Scanlon, you already referred briefly to this item.
Yeah,
Anything more that you care to add?
This program is operated 7 days a week, about 364 days a year. They're only closed on Christmas. They were open on Thanksgiving. They provide a safe space to both exchange custody of minor children between custodial parents and allow supervised visitation where the court is allowing one parent to visit their children under very circumstances. The Children's Home and Aid office will provide the court a report of the supervised visitation as necessary. They don't do it in all cases, but they will do it in cases where the court requests it. It's a long-standing agreement, and it is operated in multiple counties in central Illinois, McLean County being the originating county for this program.
Thank you for that information. Are there questions for Mr. Scanlon on item H1B? I believe we are then ready to vote, and the chair will vote. Ms. Morlock?
Member Went,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
Member Klein,
Yes.
Member Martin,
Yes.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. The third item from Mr. Scanlon in the Circuit Court, item H1C, request approval of an amendment to the contract with ISU's Stevenson Center for Data and Research Services through the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, pages 92 through 95. Is there a motion? Moved by Member Schaefer, seconded by Member Bloomfield. Mr. Scanlon?
This is the extension of a longstanding contract between McLean County, the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, and the ISU Stevenson Center for Research and Data Analysis. They have done the data for the Sheriff's Department and the Circuit Court, State's Attorney, and the other criminal justice agencies on jail population, demographics, length of stay, offenses, and charging decisions. They've also done the analysis for the crisis intervention training and helped assist the Behavioral Health Coordinating Council with some of their initial research. And they are continuing to do the research on our transition to adults, probation population, those persons who originated with the criminal justice system as juvenile delinquents and continued on as adults. Mr. Donovan has spoken to the committee about his emerging adults probation program, and this analysis will assist him with that caseload.
Very good. Thank you. Are there questions for Mr. Scanlon about item H1C?
Not a question, Chair, simply a procedural note that I'll be abstaining because of my relationship with Illinois State.
Thank you. You will be recorded.
Gordon, if I could, this
Yes.
contract has also been reviewed by Ms. Vasquez and reflects her amendment.
Thank you for that. Member Klein will be recorded as having abstained when we vote with Ms. Morlock's cooperation. Thank you. Are there any questions for Mr. Scanlon? Hearing none, Ms. Morlock, I'll ask you to call the roll.
Member Went,
Yes.
Member Schaefer,
Yes.
I'm noting Member Klein is abstained. Member Martin,
Yes.
Member Soldner,
Yes.
Member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. Mr. Scanlon, any other information that you would care to bring to us at this time?
No, sir, but myself, Judge Fellheimer, Judge Foley, and the remainder of the Circuit Court wish you well, and it's been a pleasure to serve with you.
Thank you, and likewise back to all of those that you mentioned and others that you didn't.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Scanlon. I appreciate it. Turning now to Ms. Rodriguez, who has no items for action listed on the agenda, and the report on employment activities can be found on page 96.
Thank you. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Yep. Any questions for Ms. Rodriguez at this time? Hearing none. Go ahead, please.
May I, Chairman? Thank you. I'd love to make a friendly reminder that I believe we inadvertently did not approve the minutes at the beginning of the agenda. So if it pleases you, Chairman, prior to adjourning, we need to take action on approval of the November 3rd regular meeting.
I am very glad to know that some things never change. It's been known to happened once or twice in the last 4 years when I've been chairing the committee that I've forgotten one thing or another. At least this time it wasn't something absolutely critical.
Absolutely.
We need to approve. It has come to my attention that we need to approve the minutes of the November 3rd regular meeting. Is there a motion? Moved by member Martin. Is there a second? Seconded by member Schaefer. Any questions, additions, or corrections to the minutes of November 3rd? Hearing none, Ms. Marluck, would you please call the roll? And having forgotten to bring it up, I will vote.
Member Went,
Yes.
member Schaefer,
Yes.
member Klein,
Abstain?
thank you. Member Martin,
Yes.
member Soldner,
Yes.
member Bloomfield,
Yes.
Chairman Gordon.
Yes. At this time, is there any other business and communication to come before the committee from members of the committee? Member Schaefer.
I just want to say thank you, George, for running a very good Justice Committee for the last, 4 years or whatever it is. So thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was going to add a little business and communication of my own. I wanted to thank the members of the Justice Committee. We're an interesting cross-section, aren't we, of the county board? And the committee functions, I think the committee has functioned very smoothly. And a chair may make some difference, as Health Chair Schaefer knows, and Finance Chair Soldner knows. A chairperson can make a lot of difference, but nobody leads without good support from those he or she is attempting to lead. And I want to thank the members of the committee for your cooperation. It's been a pleasure working with you, even though we have not been meeting in person, and I have missed that. But I just wanted to thank members of the committee for all the good work that you have done and the questions you have asked and the support you have shown, not only for me as the chair, but also for the committee as a small institution within the county board. That means a great deal, and I think the county is well served by the fact that it has been that way for all 4 years that I've chaired, and I appreciate that. Last item is to recommend payment of bills and transfers, if any, to the county board. Ms. Rodriguez, I believe we don't have any transfers. Is that correct?
There's one on the back, George, I think.
Yeah, Chairman, there is one transfer. I'm looking, I don't know if I have a page number to it, but if it did have page numbers, well, yes, it does. I'm sorry, 98 and 99.
Oh, good.
So those are laid out for the committee related to criminal and juvenile electronic filing, courtroom audio video equipment updates. And then there's another for staffing shortages in traffic. Am I correct, Ms. Morlock? Yes. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez, and I appreciate the correction and catching my oversight on that.
No worries, no worries. We're a
We
team.
have, I believe, all right, on item, on page number 98, Fund 0140, Department 0015, we have 7 transfers, 8 transfers to be acted on page 98 in our packet. Several going to contract services, as Ms. Rodriguez mentioned. 2 going to purchasing furnishings and office equipment. 1 to copy machine expenses and 1 to software license agreement. Would it be appropriate to take those as a group?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there a motion to approve those transfers just on page 98 now? Moved by member Schaefer. Is there a second? Seconded by member Klein. Questions or comments or discussion on this motion? Hearing none. I'll ask But tell you what, I'm going to suggest that since the transfer on page 99 involves the same department, even though it's a different fund, I would ask if the mover and seconder are comfortable folding that item into one overall motion. That is okay. Any objection from other members of the committee? Very good. Thank you. We are voting now on the transfers on pages 98 and 99. Chair will vote and we're ready for the roll call.
And may I first say thank you very much for combining those. Member Went?
Yes.
Member Schaefer?
Yes.
Member Klein?
Yes.
Member Martin?
Yes.
Member Soldner?
Yes.
Member Bloomfield?
Yes.
Chairman Gordon?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is known as chairperson's oversight early and late. We do have to pay the bills. Those I didn't lose track of. We have no pending total so that the prepaid and fund totals are identical in the amount of $464,977.32. Is there a motion to approve the bills? Moved by member Soldner, seconded by member Martin. Any questions about the bills? Hearing none, we are ready to vote. The chair will vote.
Member Went?
Yes.
Member Schaefer?
Yes.
Member Klein?
Yes.
Member Martin?
Yes.
Member Soldner?
Yes.
Member Bloomfield?
Yes.
Chairman Gordon?
Yes. There is no other business to come before the committee at this time. Many thanks. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.